Welcome everyone. Here today we will see the different types of cymose inflorescence. In previous class we have seen the different types of racemose inflorescence. Okay, we have seen different types of racemose inflorescence, that is simple raceme was there, panicle was there, then spike was there, catkin we have seen, then corymb, compound corymb, umbel, compound umbel, and we have even seen the capitulum or the head inflorescence. All these are the different types of racemose inflorescence which we have already seen. Okay, now in today's class we will see the different types of cymose inflorescence. Different types of cymose inflorescence. In this type of inflorescence, cymose inflorescence, always the main axis will terminate into a flower. Okay, even this is the main axis, it always terminates into flower, and if it give branches, this branch will also terminate into flower. If it give this branch, it will also terminate into a flower. Okay, so if there is single flower at the tip, this is called as solitary flower. It is called as solitary flower. Okay, so now we have three different types of cymose inflorescence. Three different types of cymose inflorescence. If there is only single flower at the tip, then this flower is called as solitary flower. If it is having three flowers, okay, this is one at the tip and again this two. If a plant produces three flowers, then that is nothing but cymule, which we see in jasmine and bougainvillea. It single flower, solitary cyme or solitary flower. Then three flowers, then it is called as cymule, which we see in jasmine and bougainvillea. Now coming to this different types of cymose inflorescence. Different types of cymose inflorescence. We find three different types of cymose inflorescence. The first is monochasial sign. The first is monochasial sign. The second is bichasial sign. Okay, and the third is polychasial sign. The first is monochasial sign, the second is bichasial sign, and the third is polychasial sign. These are the three different types of cymose inflorescence. Okay, and this monochasial sign is also called as uniparous sign. Okay, uniparous sign. It is bichasial, biparous or diparous. Okay, and this is multiparous. Multiparous. It is also called as multiparous, but in our book the names are given as monochasial sign, bichasial sign, polychasial sign. So this monochasial can also be called as uniparous sign, bichasial can also be called as biparous or diparous sign. Di means two, bi means also two, and this polychasial sign, it is also called as multiparous sign. This other name for this is multiparous. Now let us see what is in monochasial sign. Monochasial sign is of two types. Monochasial sign is of two types. What is happening here is, every time if this is a branch, it terminates into flower, then it gives only one branch at a time, then it also terminates into flower, then it produces one branch, it terminates into flower, then it produces one branch, it also terminates into flower. Every time when this is producing a branch, it is producing only one branch. Okay, every time when it is producing a branch, it is producing only one branch, and that is also terminating into a flower. So if every time if a plant produces one branch, only one branch, then that type is called as what? Monochasial sign. It is called as monochasial sign. So here in this monochasial sign, now we have two different types of monochasial sign. One is the helicoid sign and another is the Scorpioid sign. helicoid sign and scorpioid sign. For example, this is the main branch terminated into a flower. Okay, this is the first one. Main branch terminated into a flower. This is the first one. Now from this a new branch is arising. From this a new branch is arising and it is also terminating with the flower. This is the second. Okay, now you see the pattern, that is side on which the branches are arising. It is at this side. Okay, this side. So first branch was produced at this side. Now on this another branch is produced. It is also at this side only. Okay, now it terminates into a flower. This is the third one. Now on this, if it again, so from this side only a branch is coming. It is also terminating into a flower. This is the fourth flower. Okay, and now from this side only another branch is coming. This is also terminating into a flower. This will be our fifth flower. Okay, then from this side only, left side, all of them are from, see here, this is the left side, all of them are coming out from the left side. Left side, only at one side branches are produced. Here at this side branch is not produced. Okay, at this side branch is not produced. Only at one side branches are produced which are terminating into a flower. So this type of arrangement is called as helicoid sign. Helical means like this, coil structure. So every time, so this flower, then again from here branches arising, it is giving flower. Again from here branches arising. So if I make it like this, it appears like this. Okay, it is forming a coil structure. So this is called as helicoid sign. Every time it is producing one branch. Okay, and that branch is terminating into a flower and all the branches are at the same side. All the branches are at the same side. So this type of inflorescence, this type of arrangement of flowers is monochasial helicoid sign. Monochasial means every time one branch. Every time one branch. In which pattern? Helicoid pattern. In which pattern? Helicoid pattern. So that is why helicoid sign, which is nothing but it is a type of monochasial sign. Every time it is giving one branch, but it is at only one side. Okay, at only branch is produced only at one side and it is forming a coil like structure. Now coming to the second type, that is Scorpioid. I said you monochasial sign is of two types, helicoid and Scorpioid. In this only at one side the branches are growing, but in this type of inflorescence, in this type of monochasial sign, here the branches are produced at both the sides. For example, this is the main peduncle. Okay, main peduncle, and it terminates into flower. Okay, now it has produced a branch and it terminates into flower. So it was at this side. Now it is giving rise to another branch which is at the right side. This was left side, now at the right side. Now this again, this is giving rise to another branch which is at left side. Now again this is giving rise to a branch which is at right side. Every time one branch only is produced, but alternate. First time it is at left side, second time it is at right side, then third time it is at left side, fourth time it is at right side. So at like this, at different, both the sides the flower, that is branches are produced, but one at a time. So this is like zigzag manner. This side, then this side, this side, then this side, this side, then this side. So like this it continues. So this type is called as Scorpioid. It is in the helical manner. Here it is helical arrangement. Here we have zigzag arrangement. Okay, zigzag arrangement. So this type is called as Scorpioid sign, and it is a type of monochasial sign only because every time it is giving one single branch. Now coming to the next type, which is nothing but bichasial sign. So here this is the main branch, main axis. It has terminated into a flower. Okay, this is the solitary flower. Now this main peduncle has given rise to two branches. This is one and this is another. Okay, and each branch terminates into a flower. Each branch terminates into a flower. So this is the first flower, this is the second, and this is the second only. Every time it is giving two branches now. This is the second. This main branch giving rise to two branches. At the same time it is giving rise to two branches. Okay. Now this branch at the same time it is further giving rise to two branches which is terminating into flower. That is, this is the third. Okay. Now this is also terminating into flower. This will be your fourth. So every time when there is a branch, it is giving two branches. This main axis giving two branches. Okay. This is the branch, it gives two branches. This is the branch, it gives two branches. Now if I see this branch, it will again give two branches. It will again give two branches. Okay. Now it will again give two branches which will terminate into flower. It will again give two branches which will terminate into flower. So like this. So this again it will give two branches. It will terminate into flower. Again it will terminate like this. Every time it is producing branches, it is producing two branches at a time, and every branch is terminating into a flower. So this type of arrangement is called as bichasial sign. That is, bi means two. Every time when it is producing branches, it is producing two branches. Here every time when it is producing branch, it is producing only one branch. Okay, either at the same side or either the zigzag. One at this side, one at that side. But it is producing only one branch. Here it is producing two branches. Okay. Now the third one is polychasial sign. Polychasial sign. So every time, see here, this is the main branch. It has terminated into a flower. Now this main peduncle, it is giving rise to branch. It is not giving two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is giving rise to many branches, and all these branches terminate into flower. All these branches terminate into flower. Okay. Now if I see here, this will again 1, 2, 3, 4. All this will terminate into flower. This will 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. All will terminate into flower. So every time. Now this branch 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is giving many branches at the same time. At same time it is giving rise to many branches. So this type of arrangement is called as polychasial sign. Okay. So these are the different types of cymose inflorescence. Cymose inflorescence is of three types. Monochasial sign, every time one branch which terminates into flower. Bichasial sign, every time when it produces branches, it produces two branches and those will terminate into flower. And polychasial sign, every time it produces that is many branches, and all branches will terminate into flower. So with this we have finished the different types of racemose and cymose inflorescence. In the next class we will study about some special inflorescence. There are three different types of special inflorescence. We will study those special inflorescence.